are playing any games, home or road, with the Nets to start the season. Shams Charania of The Athletic explains Irving's stance on vaccines yesterday. He said multiple sources with direct knowledge of Irving's decision have told The Athletic that Irving is not anti-vaccine.
Okay.
Is that his stance is that he's upset that people are losing their jobs due to vaccine mandates. So to him, this is about a grander fight than the one on the court. And Irving is challenging a perceived control of society and people's livelihood.
All right. So once people didn't buy into his nonsense, then he pivots to his agent and he pivots to, hey, actually, we're about the people. This is the classic Ben Simmons, is Ben Simmons can't win the argument, so he shifts it and his people to, it's a little bit of a mental health issue, which nobody like me or you want to talk about, right? Like we back off. When you lose an argument and then you move the football, in this case the basketball, to an argument you can win. So now it's the I'm just part of the people, and he will, of course. There are certain people that will now
yeah, he got a crew. I don't know if it's the crew you want backing you, but he's got a crew, and they are out here and happy about everything Kyrie is saying. Here's the thing. It doesn't really matter what Kyrie's opinion about the vaccines are, or, if he wants to, quote, be a voice for the voiceless, which, by the way, people not getting a vaccine have plenty of voices. They are not voiceless, the people not getting the vaccine. The point is you are unavailable for your team now, not because you don't want to do the one thing that they're asking you to do. It's because now you're a freedom fighter for people who don't want to get vaccinated in a pandemic. I don't know what the Nets are supposed to do with this. Like, is this is going to be a distraction all season long, whether he's there or not. And especially if they start struggling at any point, if he's still not available, it's a ridiculous situation. He could lose up to $16 million this season. Good. So ironically, you're fighting for people's livelihood while losing $16 million.
Your own livelihood. Okay. Yeah. But he's an American hero now suddenly. Okay.
I mean, courage. I don't know. It's
freedom fighter.
The anarchy thing is really like an interesting hill to.
You got the Jets and the Jags and Atlanta and the Texans. What's happening to him, Joy? He has no career momentum.
Correct.
So in the next 6 weeks, he's got to find it. Like now, he's been injured twice. He came in injured. He's injured again. I didn't know the playbook, didn't get voted team captain. He's got to gain momentum, and he's got a great opportunity, Joy, because the next 6 weeks, now I think they play real winnable games, and if he doesn't win or look good in those, Joy, I think it's over. Like, they made a decision. We're out.
Well, they travel to London and face the Jaguars on Sunday.
Have to win.
They're favored by 3.5, according to Fox Bet. They absolutely have to win that game. Then they have the Falcons at home. They have the Bills, the Texans, the Ravens, the Jets, Panthers, and Giants.
Those are a lot of winnable games.
There's a lot of winnable games there. And if you are a competitive team, and if Tua, to your point, can get some momentum going. But if you look at the AFC East standings, Bills are 4-1, Patriots are 2-3, Dolphins and Jets are 1-4. So going into this season, I think we probably were a little too high on the Dolphins' defense overall and what they were going to be able to do with Tua as a starter. Now, the injury part to me is not surprising because Tua is consistently injured.
Yes.
Which was my concern about him coming out in the draft, that you're taking a player that has had multiple injuries in college that's likely going to transfer to the NFL, and it has. But to your point, the momentum thing is the best way to put it with Tua. He's never been able to get any momentum in the NFL, and that's not all entirely his fault.
No, that's right. But even in our business, in any business, you get hired at a law firm. You're going to stumble early. You're not a partner. You don't have the support. But there'll be a point over 2 years where you've got to make people think, she's getting better.
Correct.
He's getting better. With Tua, he has no momentum. You got to. It's not just wins. It's like if you lose a shootout, it's like, okay, his momentum now is at 0.
Well, we haven't been able to see any growth, which is again last year why I didn't like the Ryan Fitzpatrick move. Let him have his rookie year to see what he is. So unless he was injured last year, then he should have been out there, because at least you have more time to evaluate what he is capable of. And to your point, now he's injured and we got to start over again to see what he's going to do. So Aaron Rodgers was praising Joe Burrow yesterday. This is a very pro-Joe Burrow show.
Well, it's hard not to.
On the record, I was way ahead of Joe Burrow on this show.
You did like Joe. I had my questions, but immediately, game 2 pivoted to he and Kyler Murray, second game at half. I'm like, all right, they're better than I thought.
You got to toss those takes. Well, he was on the Pat McAfee show, and he had some advice for Joe Burrow.
I'm a Joe Burrow fan. I enjoy the way he goes about his business. I enjoy the way he plays with confidence. I will tell you the thing that I told him, which I've told other quarterbacks from time to time: slide. Slide. I said you're too damn talented. You got so much in front of you to accomplish in this league. Just sometimes you got to slide. I would have said the same thing to Andrew. Andrew initially got hurt in Indy. Being Superman and running guys over and stuff.
It's not wrong. Burrow has taken 14 sacks. He's tied for fourth most in 27 hits, 36 pressures.
Yeah.
He had to go to the hospital last week after the game against the Packers with a throat contusion. He took a scary hit in the second quarter, but he was able to shake it off and didn't leave the game, and he was okay.
He's fun to watch, and I will say this, Joy. They have 3 legitimate receivers. One, Jamar Chase, appears to be like a star.
Yeah, he is a star.
Yeah.
And look, I like the momentum that the Bengals have been building. That game against the Packers, I didn't expect them to win, but their performance, you have to feel good about that at least if you're a Bengals fan. I'm sure the players, they're not trying to hear that, but you're building something in Cincinnati and you have your guy. He's obviously got to be protected, and to Aaron's point, just slide. There's really no point at all if you are a quarterback in this league to try and do anything physical. Like, all of the rules are in your favor. You're completely protected. Just get down. But the sliding thing is weird. Like, some guys cannot slide.
Well, I don't think it's a coincidence. I talked to Steve Keim, the GM of Arizona, yesterday with Kyler Murray, and Kyler and Russell Wilson are baseball players. They're both the 2 best sliders in the sport. So there is value. I mean, even Aaron Rodgers, who's very athletic, I remember early in Aaron's career, it looked awkward. He would sometimes roll more than slide.
And he's taken some big hits.
Yeah.
For sure, which is why he's probably telling them that. But also, Aaron is probably the best in the league with Tom Brady at this play's done. We're just bail on it. Burrow plays the Lions on Sunday, Burrow and the Bengals, at 1 Eastern on Fox, and they are favored by 3.5, according to Fox Bet. Finally, Kyrie Irving will not